Let's call on our starting lineup from our Far Eastern University, Lady Tamaraws. Wearing jersey number 2, May Rojas. At number 4, Marie Tony Basas. Wearing jersey number 5, Rose Vargas. At number 9, their team captain, Makaila Irish May Morada. At number 12, their setter, Giselle C. And at number 15, Wenneth Eulalio. Libero, number 1, Tin Agno. Head coach, Mr. Nestor Pamilar. Calling on our Lady Spikers from the De La Salle University. Number 1, Mika Esperanza. At number 2, Abby Maraño. Wearing jersey number 3, Mika Reyes. At number 7, Michelle Gumabaw. Wearing jersey number 10, Ara Galang. And their team captain with jersey number 11, Charlene Cruz. Libero, number 5, Mel Gohing. Head coach, Mr. Ramil De Jesus. May the best team win.
Here we go. It is FEU versus De La Salle University. Lady Tamaraws starting off with Majorie Rojas, Tony Basas, Rosemary Vargas, Micah Morada, Giselle C. and Wenneth Eulalio. While on the other hand, the Lady Spikers have Mika Esperanza, Abigail Maraño, Mika Reyes, Michelle Gumabaw, Ara Galang, and Cha Cruz. FEU has this opportunity to put the stain on this unbeaten De La Salle University Lady Spiker squad, while La Salle, on the other hand, looks to remain unbeaten here in UAAP Season 74.
Well, had FEU won that game against UST, they would have a really exciting match because both of them will have no losses so far. But UST having their first win in this tournament.
FEU really has to focus on trying to limit their errors, because they committed 46, a whopping 46 against UST.
And against La Salle, they will really pounce on that, on those errors. A smart move, Vargas.
Off the block.
Actually, she kind of mishit the ball, went over the blockers of La Salle.
Vargas had her breakout game in that defeat against UST because she was quiet, improving gradually so far in 3 games. Against UE, she had 9. UP improved to 15 points. And then in the last game, broke out for 21 points in a losing effort. Maraño slamming it off the block. That's a point for the Lady Spikers.
Smart move there, Abigail Maraño. Look at her angle, her body, so that she will have an easy time using the blockers of FEU to get that point.
Third-year player, Abby Maraño, number 12 best scorer in the UAAP last year. Let's go now to Victor Lopez for this report on FEU.
You know, this is obviously the biggest game that the FEU Lady Tamaraws are going to play so far in the season, going up against the undefeated La Salle team. Now, that being said, you know, they can't let their latest loss dwell on them. The coach, in fact, said that if they do, then maybe it'll affect their game today. Instead, they should focus on other things, such as making a statement and beating the undefeated teams today. Also, they should focus on preventing a back-to-back loss. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Victor. Well, it was their first game against a Final Four team, the runners-up UST. So it was expected to be a tough game for FEU.
And you were right that it was really a close one. Could have gone either way, especially when you look at the scores. It was on the last set, it was 15-13, and FEU had an early lead in that set. So it was just a matter of closing that that game. But really, 46 errors, it's just too much to recover from.
And it's an alarming trend already for Coach Nes Pamilar because in the previous game versus UP, they also committed 26 errors while UP only had 14.
That's right.
Wow, from the right.
So they really have to minimize those errors.
Exactly. As we take a look at this back set from Esperanza to Michelle Gumabao.
Down the line hit.
Gumabao hailed the best blocker of the UAAP last season. Too strong there on that dig. But an error here committed by FEU. Let's go now to Bea Coronel.
Well, it seemed like the Lady Archers had a walk in the park in their previous game, but they know that this will definitely not be the case today because they know that they are facing a team that first wants to win again and second wants to tie them in the standings. However, that being said, the Lady Archers are looking to use their usual intimidation via execution tactics, that is, they want to deliver aggressively and precisely. Now, particularly against FEU, the girls were told to double their efforts, specifically in their ball transition, to ensure good distribution that would open up better play opportunities. Anton and Mosey?
Thank you, Bea. Well, looking at the schedule of LaSalle, Mosey, these are not pushover teams that they beat. Adamson, Ateneo, NU, and then FEU. So what does this do for a championship team? They start off a brand new season defending the title against quality opponents.
You know, when looking at LaSalle from the first game, I can really see that they're just getting better and better each and every game. And especially now that they've beaten quite the stronger teams in this season, you can just imagine how much they can run their plays during those not so hard games that are coming their way. So expect LaSalle to be a much better team, especially in the second round.
They still have UP, UE, and then of course UST remaining on their schedule. 6-5 is the score in favor of LaSalle at this point. And
you know, almost hit us, but again, going back to that, you know that Coach Ramil is such a perfectionist. So definitely in their coming games, you would see them run their plays more, especially those combination plays.
Coach Ramil, of course, the longtime coach of LaSalle. This is his 14th season, actually, as the head coach of this women's team. That time, FEU got lucky there.
Taking the tape of the net.
Marjorie Rojas
FEU up by one.
kind of faded in that last game against UST. Misreception there, but a good save by Esperanza to keep that volleyball alive. Giselle C setting left. That's a good finish there for Basas.
That's right. And responding to that set by Giselle C. Basas going down the line.
A good start for FEU. They are up 8-6. Eight to 6 is the score. And the FEU Tamaraws are on top. Let's take a look at this last point scored by Tony Basas.
Perfect spot for her. And even over penetrating actually the two tall blockers of DLSU.
Nobody there to cover that spot on the back row for De La Salle University.
Micah Morada still on the line for the Lady Tamaraws.
Once again, thank you for joining us on Studio 23. This is our exclusive ABS-CBN Sports coverage of the Women's Volleyball Tournament of the UAAP. Very unlikely for Micah Morada to have a service error considering that she was a one-time best server here in the UAAP.
And again, part of those several errors they've committed, a lot of those actually came from the service line. As LaSalle also commits one. Reyes on that long serve.
2 points up for the Lady Tamaraws.
Melissa Gohing checking into
Game captain.
the ball game on the floor for defense.
Tony Basas. Serving.
9-7 in favor of FEU. Esperanza to Maranyo, who just pounds it off that double block of the Lady Tamaraws.
And you can see her twist her body to penetrate the block of Giselle C. Pass through the block of Giselle C.
Team captain, Charlene Cruz, serving.
Giselle C sets left to Rosemary, and Rosemary getting denied there.
Total denial on the side of DLSU.
LaSalle shut down Kai Nepomuceno in their last game. Today, they look to shut down Vargas.
And you know, it all starts with defense. Oh, and that is in for Vargas.
Kabawi, si Rosemary. FEU still on top though, as Giselle C will serve for them. Gohing pops it up. Esperanza on the attack.
Agnos there for the dig.
And that ball still alive. Oh, Aragalang just a little bit short there.
Not enough juice on that Galang hit.
Giselle C once again to serve here for FEU. Gohing pops it up. It's a back set for Maraño. Oh, another error for FEU.
Lucky break there because it wasn't a powerful hit. It was even a kind of a floater coming from Maraño. A miscue on the side of the Lady Tams.
So in the early going, Mosey, the errors for FEU still plaguing them. Is this normal for a young team?
Not that many. Of course, it's something that you want to minimize. And you look at it as every set. Parang ganon. Imagine 46. That's how many errors per set. And those are points that you give to your opponent. It's a freebie.
Almost an average of 10 per set.
So your opponent has to work on the 15, right? Just the 15 points remaining.
Well, LaSalle has 6 rookies in their roster this season. One of them just checked in, Camille Mary Ariel Cruz, number 15. Gwyneth Eulalio. Sharp serve, dug up well by Gohing, and that's gonna go way out for Maraño.
Long one for Abigail Maraño.
All right, we have our first timeout. LaSalle down by 4. We gotta listen in here.
Walang bibigyan. Team effort kailangan. Muna sa receive, then lancing. Hindi pa pwede. Alam na, babantayan eh. Ito na babantayan eh. National lang binibigyan mo ng bola eh. Hindi pwede man hindi ka mag-create ng play para sa kasama mo. Parang nag-create ka lang ng set para sa isang tao lang. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Dahil hindi lahat minamadali ng ginagawa. Dahan-dahan. Paganahin ang utak. Talas ng mata kung ano nakaposisyon sa kalaban. Anong klase ng blocking, anong klase ng depensa. Okay? Hindi puro palo-ali. Pag hindi namatay, galing sa block of depensa.
Let's go. Hey! Guys, 4 points lang yan, no? Kaya.
Coach Ramil De Jesus asking for some variety.
That's right. For Esperanza, the distribution, it's actually on the distribution of the sets.